Good morning, Allison. Welcome to Jim Pattison Lexus Victoria. This is Franklin here, and I'm going to introduce you to the 2019 UX250 Hybrid. So yeah, this is a beautiful blue color with the white birch interior, which is very neat. Compared to the NX model, which is the larger SUV, this is considered a crossover. The daytime running lights are on the top area, like an eyebrow, and then on the NX is down over here. So I think this makes more sense with the light, daytime running light on the upper part of the headlamp. Now on these vehicles, they've improved the safety features, such as it now detects cyclists as well as pedestrians. So they call this system the Lexus Safety System 2.0 Plus. It also includes lane trace assist. So if you doze off on the wheel, it will guide you back into your current lane. The second thing is automatic high beams. So if there's an oncoming vehicle and your high beams are on, it will disengage them back to your regular daytime running light so you don't blind the driver. The third thing is pre-collision that I just mentioned about for the cyclists as well as vehicles and pedestrians. And the fourth one is dynamic adaptive cruise control. So behind the Lexus emblem, there's a radar box, and basically it tethers to the vehicle in front of you. So it's great it's meant for the highway basically, and you can set it in increments of 40 meters up to 120 meters. So 40, 80, 120. And basically the fella in front of you accelerates, you will follow suit and accelerate, keeping the same distance you've set at. And if the person in front of you brakes, the vehicle will also follow suit to brake. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick walk around. I really love the design of the mirrors here. The ES and the LS, the higher end of the Lexuses, they have the same type of mirrors, but I like how it's designed on the outer, it sticks out a bit more, but further back, and therefore you have a better visibility with this little glass window there. And how does that lane trace assist work? There's a little triangular monocular camera there at the very top of the glass of the front windshield, and that sees the lines on the road, and you only need one line on the road for it to understand if you're veering off the lane. Also beside it is your rain sensing wipers. So there's the sensor right there. So that detects any rain on your front windshield, and it wipes it away for you. But yeah, I just really love that spindle grille. It's quite classy. They designed it this way to resemble the L shape, for Lexus. And of course, this is the hybrid version, and it gets a combined 6 liters per 100 kilometers, which is just awesome. And also it takes regular fuel. I really like the rear lighting system. There are 120 LED bulbs, lights right across the trunk area. And they've designed the light this way for aerodynamics, so the airflow flows through there when you're going at higher speeds, and just better aerodynamics. And they call it the UX because the U stands for urban, so it's a very, very good little commuter. So I'm just going to show you the trunk space. As you can see here, this is just your tonneau cover. It's one of those ones that you open up and wound back up together, as you can see right here. This is your insurance booklet, first aid kit, just like your CT200H. And to bring these seats down, you just push the latch here. And they just go right down. Nice and easy. So yeah, that's a fair amount of room. And underneath here is your jack and your tools. There is no spare for this vehicle because there's not enough room because of the battery. And your backup camera is right there. I'll just focus it in. Yeah, very nice. On the top package, there is a kick sensor. So you just basically kick underneath the rear bumper, and the trunk will open. But this package is the premium package, so it doesn't have that. Also, standard across the board has a blind spot monitor system, so you can see that image there. Anybody in your blind spot, it will amber orange, and if you turn into that lane with someone in your blind spot, it will actually flicker at you. So you can kind of, there you can see it. All right, so I'm gonna turn her on. So I just put my foot on the brake. There we go. Yeah, they just PDI'd this vehicle. I found the speaker system in here is very good. Even when I was in my office and it was the music, my coworkers were turning it up, I didn't hear any rattling or anything like that. It was very solid. I found this vehicle. Like when I close the door, it sounds really good. Just really solid. Yeah, so these are your temperature controls here. Very nice and nicely designed. It's very simple. And down here are all of your heating features, such as the ventilated seats, heated seats. So there are 3 levels of intensity, as well as for the heated steering wheel, there's 2 levels of intensity. So passenger has that as well. And the mirrors are also heated, and rear defroster. That's it right here. The rest of the functions are pretty obvious. If you want to increase the fan, then you can see on the screen it increases with the bars going up. Now I mentioned about the lane departure alert. So this button right here, if you doze off, there we go. Let me just see how do you see that? There, right there. See that little, looks like a vehicle veering off to the right? That's your lane departure alert. So if you doze off on the wheel, that will, the vehicle steering wheel will vibrate and guide you back into your lane. You can always deactivate that, not make it steer assist for you if you don't like that feature. Yeah, and your volume controls are on this side. And for more information, for example, your fuel efficiency, there's a lane, the radar already is there. So it's just like, yeah. And I'll just show you the seat design. I really like that triangular texture there. It's really nice. So they call this the birch color. And standard across the board is your sunroof as well. That's always nice. Now, through the Lexus lineup, on the new models, they've now added the SOS Safety Connect. So if you go for a long road trip and you're stuck in the boonies, you're lost, can't find anything, we have what you call live destination, and a Lexus person will talk to you and talk to you until you get to your destination. I love these LED lights here. All you got to do is just touch and it activates. Mirrors are also electrochromatic, so if someone's high beaming you, it will auto dim the lights. And also in the corner here is your compass. I really like that. Now in the odometer cluster, you can see at the bottom right is your BSM. I'll just focus that in. That stands for blind spot monitor, so that means it's activated. Now you see the gearbox up here. That's the basically it digs a little bit deeper into your safety features, so you can play around with it, turn them on or off, and the sensitivity of it, or vibrates. So we can make it beep, or you can hear it vibrating, just like that. Now the cool thing about this now is you can download an app. It's called Lexus Inform App Suite 2, and you download the GPS Scout app as well. So what that does is you can see, you know, Yelp, for example, if you want to see all the different restaurants within the area, as well as GPS Scout, which gives you, basically you tether your phone by Bluetooth and you can see all the maps. Now this also has CarPlay as well, so you could just use your Google Map and voice your commands through Siri using the steering wheel. Now there's also no foot manual e-brake anymore, emergency brake. It's all automatic now, so if you put the vehicle in drive, it will disengage the e-brake automatically. If you put it into park, it will engage the e-brake for you. So it's great if you're on a steep hill and you don't have to like hold the brake and push the e-brake real quick. So this is a cool design that you can open it both ways. So there's a button here to open up this way. There are two USB ports as well as an auxiliary. And then the other button right over here. Voila, you can open on both sides. And to turn up the music is right over here. I don't know what kind of music is in here, but let's play something that's you can hear the music a bit. Okay, sounds like some house electronic music. Let's see. I don't know what kind of music you like, but yeah, pretty good. Yeah, sounds really solid, the speaker system. And this is your mouse pad, so you can control what's going on the screen. Yeah, very nice. This is your EV mode button, just like your CT200H. So if you're cruising along in a residential area, then it just uses the battery only. Now I'll show you one more thing. You push menu and you go to info. This will show that my battery is charged to about 75%, and the electric motor. So when I turn on the engine, it will, you know, show me where the energy is inflowing, outflowing, you know, regenerative braking as well. So it's kind of cool when you're driving, you can see where the energy is coming from. Another cool design that came from the LFA, which is the Lexus supercar, is this changing the drive modes here. So if I go to eco mode, go down, you can see eco at the very bottom left. Now if I go to sport mode, the odometer changes to a more of an aggressive layout. And then by pushing this, goes to normal mode. So what do all of those three functions do? Eco basically is economy, to conserve on fuel. And basically when you rev the engine, it will slowly bring up your RPMs. But when you're, you know, think of it like a linear graph. It will slowly, you know, it's like a curve that goes upwards. But you'll still have the same amount of power at, you know, at a certain RPM range. Now in the sport mode, it will increase the RPMs a little higher. So it will be a curve above the linear line on the graph. Therefore, you have, basically more response. As well as the steering will stiffen up, so it will be more of a rigid, more, when you're going around corners, it will be, you'll feel in more control. For example, if you're driving through Souk, there's a lot of meandering roads there, and you'll feel a little bit more in control. Now the normal mode, by pushing here, the engine will adapt to your driving style. Really nice analog clock. It's very classy. Okay, so I think I've talked enough about in this vehicle for now. I'm going to do another walk around outside. And I'll turn on the high beams so that you can see. Okay, let's focus that in. There we go. Also, my coworker, he's about 6'2", 6'3", and he fits in the rear seats no problem. Yeah, very nice vehicle. I'll just show you the rear seats. Oh, I can't get that one out. I'm just gonna move the seat forward, then you can see the back a little clearer. There we go. And you got 2 cup holders there, as well as 2 USB chargers there, 2.1 amps. So that's kind of nice. Alrighty. I might as well show you the engine as well. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to put the phone down so I can put the rack. So here is the engine. This is the coolant here to cool down the hybrid system here. You can see the pipe there. That's for your, obviously, the engine coolant. And this is your dipstick right in the middle, and where you put in the oil. Over here is your air filter. So your mass airflow sensor is right there, and the air goes into here and goes into your intake manifold right through this pipe. ECU is here, your fuses for your light systems, interior, heated seats, all that kind of stuff. And your brake fluid is here. It's nice that it's translucent, so you can see if you're low on it or high. And what most people look at is your windshield washer fluid. So yeah. Alright, thank you very much for watching, Allison. Appreciate you, and we'll be in touch. Have a great day.